Whoa, what's going on, Moon Platoon? Oh, that's right. Yeah, we got a shirt. We have the Hello Roaring Kitty headband, and we have you guys. What's going on? Hey, we're having a nice day. Let me check my audio real quick while people are filing in. We are going to go straight down to the Power Hour bell into slightly after hours, right? Are you guys excited? Meatball's here. We got you guys here. Let's get started with a like. Right here, right? We are looking for 1,300 likes on this stream. 1,300, and that's a poll of the Glenfiddich right there. Let's get started with a like. That sounds good to me. Just want to check my audio, and let's go look at those markets. Where were we since an hour ago? By the way, hey, Jon Stewart's first ever tweet on Superstonk, 22,000 upvotes. This is BS, says Jon Stewart. The Redditors aren't cheating. They're joining a party Wall Street insiders have been enjoying for years. This is back when the squeeze was faltering, right after the 27th. Don't shut them down. Maybe sue them for copyright infringement. Instead, we've learned nothing from 2008. Love stew beef. Well, thank you, Jon Stew. This really means, this means something from the bottom of our hearts, and the story has not yet changed. Has not yet changed yet. Ben Markovi, Gosu, how's it going? Andy A. We got Akotski, Tiger 69, so fine. We have Stuart Johnson. Hey Johnny. We got Thaddeus Ghostal, Plains. We have Anton Gaymar and Jezebel. What's going on here? So let's get this news going. I was looking through the epic GME moment that I tried to show earlier today. No, I really does have the tune from Gangster's Paradise. So I cannot show that without basically begging for demonetization. However, what we have here is a little bit of technical analysis. So let's go through it with you guys. Let me get rid of this. Let's see if it looks a little better here. Wait, no, this. There we go. That's a little better. With GME, we were looking at this 142 level of resistance expectantly. However, GameStop has been playing around with its own VWAP, bouncing off here at around 11:26 Eastern, and then bouncing off again at 12:07 Eastern. And what we saw was just this tango, playing around with the VWAP as if it was the only line on the board, right? This is kind of baffling. We see here that it bounces off the VWAP here, and then tangles around it until it bounces off once more here, and then another time, just playing off of that VWAP, getting contested by it, rejected by it, and then playing off of it right now, basically 40 cents on top of the volumetric weighted average price. That's why it's that's why it's important to be able to get that data up front, right? Get paid with that data up front. All right, we're waiting for a couple more people to show up before we look into some more DD, as well as the ticker symbols you guys care about, right? If you guys have ticker symbols, throw them in the chat right now, and we still have lots of information to go through. Keeping you guys up to date. Took a quick break, and now we are back stronger than ever, looking into the kind of news that we want to see for GME. Let's actually take a peek at whether or not this WeBull can give us some news here. Nokia to expand, spying Tesla D. Dow Jones, GameStop working to replace CEO George Sherman. We saw that earlier. Optimism has huge risks. Why new investors excited by GameStop's roller coaster should rethink their rose-colored glasses. Is this big market watch FUD? Big market watch FUD. Market watch giving us some major FUD. Okay. Let's see. GameStop has job listings for NFTs, blockchain, Fox Business Reporter tweets. Huh. Non-fungible tokens. So that's in the news as well. You guys saw the live stream earlier. We covered Gary Gensler, right? What kind of person is he? We covered the Coinbase IPO tomorrow, likely going to be shaking up a ton. But if you're cautious, you should not play around with fire unless you want to get burned. Seriously. Let's see. Mods are in this chat. How's it going? Throw some scissors in the mods because they work hard for us. Seriously. We got Jezebel. We got Chris Rakus, Lord Weird. We got Gosu. Who else is in here? Just the 4 of you? Mods getting in here. I'm sure Vegas Andrew is just chilling around somewhere. TIRX? Well, as you guys remember, I bought some TIRX yesterday, just 2 shares. But let's take a look at where we are now with TIRX. Okay, so $18. Well, my position is at 14, so I've made $8, but after taxes is going to be like $4. Let's actually take a look at what cheat code thinks about TIRX. We haven't taken a look at that quite yet. TIRX. So could it have predicted this major fall? Wow, actually, I don't think so. So there's one sell signal here, but it isn't inside the Bollinger Band for being overbought, and there is no squeeze or swing indicator here. So I suppose this was entirely built around news and not around a pattern that the algorithm could have caught. So this is actually a good example. Nothing's perfect, but if you guys did want to be able to take a peek at where TIRX and other stocks are going, then that's in the description. The very first link that says cheat code Algo. I'm gonna instead use the WeBull link here. So free 2 stocks. People seem to forget about this one. 2 free stocks. It's like kind of hard to beat that one for entirely $0. Oh yeah, where's my 10 Palantir going here? Let's take a look. Plantronics? What is that? Nope, I'm still pretty much exactly break even. Palantir is just crawling through. I always treat Palantir as more of a long-term hold, so in my opinion, it doesn't have to worry about that too much. Joshua Vink says, just got a little more AMC before liftoff. It was a casual Friday here. I'm just trying to show off some of this Moon Platoon merch here. It's casual Tuesday for me. Let's see. Oh, Akatsuki says AMC has not made money quite yet, the one that he super chatted me, but it will by the end of next week. Let's take a look at AMC. We're actually really close to 80,000. I think I'm going to do one of 2 things. GameStop just had a tearaway here. Whoa, okay, not much, but $2. So GameStop just ripped from a breakout of 139. And this is not looking like sustainable growth. I wish GameStop would just cool their jets. Bounced off of this VWAP here and then finally trying to recontest 142 after a hour or so, a couple hours of not being able to head back up in that direction. Yeah, well, like I was saying, we are about 3,300 away from 80,000 subs. I think this dip is pretty tasty. So I'm going to consider grabbing some at next dip. Ticker symbol Candace says Dewarkars. Seriously, Dewarkars, you will be immortalized in this shirt. Candace Stonk. Candace Stonko So if you guys have suggestions for this shirt, this was created on stream, so it's authentic. Authentico. Okay, so we have this. Let's see what this is. This is the TCAT fender report here. I was crawling through a couple of the other DDs that you guys were sending over. Seriously. Hold on. GME got smited yesterday and Friday, says Gosu. But we are still very much alive. GameStop trying to push. We're trying to follow it up. Energy levels high. I'm gonna look for a couple more. Buying. No one waiting for a dip. Incredibly hard to pay attention to work these days. It's incredibly hard to pay attention to work these days. Anyone else agree? Drop some rockets in the chat if it's just really, really hard to pay attention to work. Okay. Oh, I think that's this. We have Louis F. Thank you for the super. I hurt myself trying to figure out the long status on ears. They went down today on positive news. Can you please explain technicals to me? I sure can. Let's look at ears. So ears. Yo, my pretty ears. Okay, well that took over the GME spot. So that's great. What I can do here is bring this back to GME. And look at ears here. Auris Medical Holding. Down 10%. Let's see. Announces positive preclinical and clinical outcomes with AM301. So it seems like it's positive overall. In allergic rhinitis. Or rhinitis. So news is positive overall, yet it slipped. So in terms of news catalysts, I'm not that, how to say, adept in understanding what the main takeaways of the medical world are. However, one of the first thoughts that I have is this trend a long time coming? Well, it is the price that it originally was back before 2 days ago. So it made this after hours rip all the way up to 550, and then it is returned back to the price it was before. So in that sense, in terms of the technical momentum, that it tried to buy a rumor and then sold the news that perhaps the results are clinically positive, but it didn't have the oomph that people were actually trying to buy the rumor for. That's my current hypothesis. We would have to actually do a little more digging into the fundamentals to actually understand what were investors trying to expect. But for now, let's actually take a look at cheat code and see what ears looks like there. So how many signals were there for this sell? This sell happened right here. So it's up off the top. So instead of at 550, it would have tried to tell you to sell right here, 1, 2, 3, and then ultimately 4. But if you waited for the fourth signal, you would have already wasted $1 worth of value. So if you sold with 3 out of 4, you would have then caught this downwind here. Now there are no buy signals currently in the wait. And the last time it was actually a buy signal at all was back when ears was all the way in $3 or so. If you're using this signal indicator, I don't think it would have been that helpful for you unless you bought right here. Here's a 4 for 4 back on the 30th of March. A 4 for 4 the 30th of March, and then a weak sell signal, so you wouldn't have sold. If you rode this all the way out to here to have a 3 out of 4 sell signal, you would have made 290 all the way to 540 for a pretty smooth 100% up. So cheat code can make you a lot of money if you know which stocks to pay attention to. Luckily, you're on the channel that looks at stocks. Hey, it's Andrew, and I'm happy to be here with you guys. Which one should I drink? The coffee? I drink the kombucha. Miguel Rodriguez says, Coinbase tomorrow, baby. Going to the moon on Coinbase. Wonder if there's more Gary Gensler news. So we had a pretty comprehensive Gary Gensler moment here. And so the White House press secretary is holding a meeting right now. I'm not sure if that's something that's not really going to give us more information than we really need for in terms of like with where the economy is going. We have a good idea of where that's going. Oh, 2 hours ago, SEC filing merger with brokerage detailing lawsuit mentions 30 brokerages. The problem with this post is that it has 3 typos in the very first 3 seconds. Okay. it says like SEC filing, merger with brokerage spelled incorrectly, and then detailing lawsuit spelled incorrectly, then brokerages, which is spelled correctly, but why did you spell it incorrectly to begin with? This is a very confusing headline. SEC filing for Northern Star and Apex merger. Okay, let's actually just take a look ourselves. Northern Star Investment Corp. Okay. Proposal 1, the business combination proposal to consider and vote upon a proposal to approve and adopt the agreement of reorganization. Okay, so it's trying to reorganize with Apex. Cheers, my beautiful apes. Oh, I appreciate that. So this is a lawsuit mentions 30 brokerages engaging in coordinated conspiracy. Oh, baby. Okay, let's take a look now. Plaintiffs allege that Apex, along with over 30 other brokerages, trading firms, and/or clearing firms, including Morgan Stanley, E-Trade, Interactive Brokers, Charles Schwab, Robinhood, blah blah blah, are going to are preventing retail customers from operating and trading freely in a conspiracy to allow certain of the other defendants, primarily hedge funds, to stop losing money on short sale positions in GameStop. No way, really? This is wow. So this is a GameStop specific lawsuit. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Okay, well, I'm not a lawyer, I'm not a legal advisor either, but this is cause for a big celebration. Wow, getting hype, right? 1,300 likes on this video, and we're popping over the Glen. This is hype. Wow, appreciate the DD that comes out of Supersonic these days. People want to see Disca, Biolace. So Discovery A, we'll cover that in a second. Anyone here trading at DeGiro? What is that? Okay. Ooh, Akatsuki talking about 100K or more by the end of May. That is his prediction. Akatsuki, we know your predictions are very accurate. So if you guys know that subscribe button is waiting for you, I'm sure almost all of you are already subscribed with those bell buttons on. Apex filed a lawsuit in October 2019 against Axos Clearing. So this is specifically a lawsuit for 30 different brokers that have conspired against GameStop. All right. Is this Gary Gensler doing his thing already? Probably not, but it's impressive that it's coming out on this day. Let's see. Isn't it crazy that anyone that GME is literally training a whole new generation on investors? I agree. That's a huge part. Let's see. Oh, so this is the quick Meet Kevin clip with someone help me out here. Any comments yet?
GameStop. This is something very similar.
Mr. Wonderful. That's right. All right, this is a minute and a half. Let's look at what Meet Kevin has to say about GameStop here.
What are your thoughts on GameStop? Is it going to 1,000 or is it going to 0?
Well, you know, GameStop went through, as everybody knows, a really interesting iteration. Its brand, as a result of what occurred over the last 5 months, is worldwide. The IP of GameStop, the actual brand itself, has way more value today than it had 5 months ago, before it became became part of every headline around the world day after day. as, you know, the vigilantes or the Reddit crowd or the Robinhood crowd, whatever you want to call it, the democratization of stock trading. So you recently saw they're going out to raise capital. The analogy is, I guess,
Sorry, guys. This is a good segue for me to change the title of this video. Let's actually take it. Let's change it to Meatball. Sorry, guys. Let me mute real quick. We're having someone come in to fix the shower, so sorry about that. Let me turn the title away. So, live, new SEC chair and GME CEO. Okay, boom. Here we go. Goodest boy protect. Seriously, get him, Meatball. All right, now let's look at what Kevin OLeary has to say. Two Kevins in the same room. Here we go.
Democratization of stock trading. So you recently saw they're going out to raise capital. The analogy is Netflix, I guess. Saw the writing on the wall when they were mailing CDs to everybody and said, we're going to digitize this. And they had a brand. Maybe GameStop can do the same thing. Maybe they can provide added services. They've got all these retail locations. Maybe they can have, you know, classes in a setting where people want to spend time with each other in those stores. 1,200 square feet, 1,700 of them. I don't know what the outcome will be, but if I was short that stock right now, I'd be worried, and I'm not short.
Okay, all right.
I think it's going to get a second kick at life. I think that some very smart people probably see what I see in the IP being worth something, and this whole social constituency supporting it. The pricing of the stock is kind of irrelevant at this point, but if you're short, you're really hurting.
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, just because the long run hasn't really.
So that's from today. If you're short, you're really hurting. And he believes there's a second chance at life. So there we go. Mr. Wonderful. I'm not sure he's not gonna pander to us, is he? Kevin OLeary, Shark Tank. Come on. You're not gonna pander to us, right? So the most important part is that he just mentioned that if you're short, you're hurting, and it does cost them millions of dollars a day in interest to continue holding out. So this is the active battle. No matter what you think about the people who have the power and people who don't, this is an active battle, and we know who is losing money right now, right? None of you who have, if you haven't pressed that sell button, all of your losses or gains are unrealized, such as mine. And over here, for the first time in a good amount of time, AMC, I'm actually down, but barely a little bit, just a little bit down. So I would say that GameStop and an AMC, I'm feeling fine about. Feeling fine. Did Meet Kevin really meet Kevin? Yeah, he did. That's true. That's true. That's actually kind of funny. Okay, so let's see. Well, I will allow you guys. Whoa, I'm gonna allow you guys to throw up some ticker symbol suggestions if you guys have them. Let's go see them. Yeah, Mr. Wonderful. I'm actually surprised based on his his track record that he's not going to, because if anything, I thought Jordan Belfort would have just lied through the teeth and be and say whatever to be on Trey's show, but no, he was very bullheaded and disrespectful in that, and unprepared, I think. So in that sense, Jordan Belfort surprised me is this almost the same way that Mr. Wonderful is surprising me. Let's see. Akatsuki, I believe, is a self-professed sociopath. In a good way, right? Kodak. Let's look at Kodak. Kodak, you're coming down here. We are keeping an eye on GME, which is starting to form a little cup right here. Interesting double top here. Let's hope this does not break downward. Ooh, this double top makes me a little uncomfortable. So let's hope it doesn't break downward. Kodak. Kodak was down from $8 all the way down to $7.20, so that is a full 10%, double digits down on the day from yesterday. And now today it's just hovering maybe at its true price. Is there a little bit of news that can tell us why? 21 hours ago, virtual camera market, global business size analysis by top key players. So that doesn't really help. Can cheat code predict that 10% drop in Kodak? Let's see. So no, they could not have. So this was the dip here from $8 to $7.20, and it started off with a sell, but that was it. No Bollinger Band, no squeeze indicator, and no swing indicator. So sometimes even your friendliest algorithms cannot figure out where to jump in. Kodak, I'm imagining, is just having a sour moment, a sour hour. We're an hour away from power hour right now. So what we're looking at here is that Kodak has a bit of a hard floor that has just plummeted through. So let me do a quick draw in here. This hard floor has Kodak supported multiple times back in March. And now plummeting through it, it's going to have to essentially treat it as a hard ceiling now. So I'm assuming that this is going to be where Kodak is going to have to be struggling for a while. Let's see, Tilray. Let's look at Tilray. Oh, Almo Nestor is going to get his Diamond Hand hoodies and socks soon. Heck yeah. The socks are cool. OPTT is bottoming. Let's take a look. And Napa, you're also on deck. Tilray did a double top on this level of resistance that I had drawn weeks ago. Because when was this line relevant? All the way back here. When did I look at Tilray last? So it double topped on this line, which was a last minute life support back during this when it ripped earlier on, and now Tilray is double topping here. This is a very bearish moment for Tilray. I would say that of the true price, my best guess is that somewhere actually around before the green candle rip here. So even though it's 5% up, it may face a 5% dip soon. So I'm going to remind myself what I expect to see. Expecting a this double top to be a bearish indicator overall. Can I? Thank you. There we go. There we go. That's what I expect to see. OPTT, someone said? Ocean Power Tech? Uh-oh. KDJ Adventure says, I'm going to open a bakery called Apes Bakery. Okay. And then TIRX, we'll look at that in a sec. Oh yeah, Discovery A. We will look at Discovery A for sure. Okay. Let me take a look. So when we, over OPTT, if you're imagining a bottom out, this channel that I drew as a channel for where OPTT was heading is now a little bit more relevant because it seems like it at 260 is a hard floor for it. It was supported at 250 earlier. So if you take a look at when it was like strong save, that was where it was saved before. So technically there is more a floor left for OPTT. Let's take a look at whether or not this is a reversal play on cheat code. Oh, Dad Drew, I wanted to personally thank you before the McSqueeze fires off. I'll get a little statue created at my mansion. Your opinion led me to research, and Meatball made me open my eyes. Bob, your comment is gonna join the mural of positive comments that we've seen before. I really do appreciate that. Okay. So Michael Rake says, when the new rules are enforced, will DTCC force... Okay, let me just see how much background noise there is right now. Okay, so a little bit of banging. What I'm going to do is I'm going to come back in about 5 minutes. So give me 5 minutes, listen to some lo-fi, and we'll actually just have a chance to circle back and listen to a little bit of see a couple more people show up. Power hour is still an hour away, so guys, there's still 2 hours left of the market open, so don't go anywhere. See you in a sec. All right, so the repair is actually finished, so I am gonna take the rest of my 5. So I have about, I don't want to eat on camera, so I have about 3 minutes to take a couple bites of this, and then I'm gonna be right back. So see you literally in 3 minutes. Okay, we're back. We're back. New SEC chair, new GME CEO. We have a lot of catalysts here, and we talked about one of the most important pieces, which is the DTC is coming out. And to answer the question, I answered it in chat, but to Michael Rake, when the new rules are enforced, when will DTC force margin calls on all stocks the H funds are shorting, or just GME and AMC? They will short. The margin call is agnostic. It's based on whichever stock is forcing the margin call. Imagine that you have a bunch of credit cards, but you also have a massive drug problem. So you owe a lot of money to some bad people. When you owe a lot of money to the bad people, they're going to hound you for that specific drug that you are in trouble with, right? They're not going to, but it's agnostic. It could have been any drug. It could have been any stock. It's the one that they have the biggest short position on, whichever one causes them to not be able to fulfill their fiduciary responsibility. Meatball is here again. He's feeling, he is feeling less barky. So how is everything going, guys? An ape is an ape. Let's see. If Apex is being sued, that is a clearinghouse for WeBull. That's true. This is true. But they're being sued on top of 30 plus different brokerages for conspiracy, so that's fun. Let's see. How was the food? What was in it? I cooked it. It was some Korean barbecue, and some like bok choy brother. Bok choy brother. It's a choy, but I'm not sure if it's bok. And then some mushrooms, sautéed with love, and some rice. I know a bunch of you sent me your recommendations earlier for ticker symbols, but send them again, please. Please and thank you. Back to the coffee. Jezebel says, pretty pleased with her little foray into XLM. Ooh. Not financial advice, but buying low is a good thing. Yeah, it's so hard to buy low, even though it is, it's only mentally hard. Financially, it's the only option. GME tried to contest 142 after being supported by the VWAP and bumping itself up to 141.86, really close. But now seeing a minor setback, a correction that brought it from 141 down to 139, then supported by its EMA, and now needing to break out of its simple moving average. We have GHVI from Paula's Visuals. What's going on, Paula's? GHVI. Let's take a look first with our boy Cheat Code. Cheat Code is dropping a lot of buy-sell signals here because the stock seems to tap into the algorithm's OCD. There is a 444 right here. So back in March 5th, we saw that there's a buy signal inside the Bollinger Band, as well as a green on CC squeeze and a green on CC swing. So this would have brought you in at 1175, and then no strong sell signals, but then it ultimately would have still dropped you around 1335. So GHVI, even though that was a strong buy signal, there hasn't been any strong buy or sell signals. No 444s in the recent past. In fact, the squeeze indicator just has been pretty quiet overall. So in my opinion, I think that you can either sign up using the link in the description and just focus on GHVI with all of these different indicators and wait for 4 out of 4 of them to go green, or you can just come back and ask me a little later. Oh, Zomedica. People are curious about Zomedica. Let's take a look now. Zomedica, after hours, creeped below this level of support that was supposed to give it a shot of bouncing back. And now it is actually trending underneath this level of support as resistance. So resistance now, support earlier. It's just fun how these patterns are the crux of everything pattern, like technical analysis wise. However, now we see a small bounce emerging. If Zomedica can pass over its VWAP here and recontest a $1.13, that would be an excellent entry price. If that doesn't happen, if it does dip below this brand new, I would just say mental barrier here at $1, it is likely going to slip past, and it's anyone's guess about how far it's going to go, because it hasn't been under $1 for all of 2021. So it was under $1 back in February. That was 2 months ago. Lord Weird says yo. Chris Riga says yo. What's up? Yo yo. Napa, that's right, I saw Napa before earlier. So we're gonna go back to GME and AMC in just a sec, but for now we're gonna check out the ticker symbols that you guys want to. Sharing is caring, guys. Slide drifts like Kevin OLeary. Yeah, we saw that clip of Kevin OLeary earlier. Let's see if it was actually a really bullish, good clip, so we might watch it again. Hold on, I need to clear up all of this stuff here. Here it is. Price is irrelevant at this point. If you're short, you're really hurting, is what Kevin OLeary said on Meet Kevin. So that was a fun 1.5 minute clip. We might play it again in a sec. Where are we going? Napa. Duckhorn Portfolio Inc. That's a fun name. Duckhorn Portfolio Inc. Let's see if there's any news about it, actually. Duckhorn initiated at overweight. Okay. All right, so that's a bit of an indicator already. What we can also take a look here is this resistance now turns support. So there's not a lot of data to play off of, but this was the Tupperware lid that was keeping Napa below 1776. However, then it started using it as support afterward and now has a brand new resistance at 19. So I would say that Napa has the opportunity to ride this these two impulse waves here that have sharp corrections basically all throughout the after hours. So this basically happened earlier as well. So this sharp correction happened in the after hours. This one had in after hours as well. And now it is trading sideways for the rest of the day. I would say that if you see the MACD start to cross over the signal in very, very sharply, you'll be able to follow Napa all the way through, contesting $19 again, and write it up from there. So that is Napa. Let's get Kevin OLeary back up here to really briefly say his words again, right? You wouldn't expect this person to fluff up GME, especially since Meet Kevin's channel isn't really about fluffing up GME. Let's see what Mr. Wonderful has to say.
GameStop. This is something very similar. What are your thoughts on GameStop? Is it going to 1,000 or is it going to 0?
Well, you know, GameStop went through, as everybody knows, a really interesting iteration. Its brand, as a result of what occurred over the last 5 months, is worldwide. The IP of GameStop, the actual brand itself, has way more value today than it had 5 months ago, before it became became part of every headline around the world day after day, as the vigilantes or the Reddit crowd or the Robinhood crowd, whatever you want to call it, the democratization of stock trading. So you recently,
whatever you want to call it, right? Democratization of stock trading. That's what Kevin O'Leary wants to call it. This is great because it is, once again, changing the narrative away from the mainstream media, right? We're not suddenly wacky kids or predators. We are people who are entering the stock market and democratizing it for the first time, perhaps making absolute history, right? Not just once in a lifetime. This is once in history, period. That's it. People come and go. Many, many lifetimes have passed in history, but this might be the only chance that GME has to democratize the entire financial system.
We saw they're going out to raise capital. The analogy is Netflix, I guess. Saw the writing on the wall when they were mailing CDs to everybody and said, we're going to digitize this. And they had a brand. Maybe GameStop can do the same thing. Maybe they can provide added services. They've got all these retail locations. Maybe they can have classes in a setting where people want to spend time with each other in those stores. 1,200 square feet, 1,700 of them. I don't know what the outcome will be, but if I was short that stock right now, I'd be worried, and I'm not short.
Okay, all right.
If I was short that stock right now, I'd be worried, and I'm not short. Violet Hummingbird put out that she would like to see TTCF, so that is on deck right now.
I think it's going to get a second kick at life. I think that some very smart people probably see what I see in the IP being worth something, and this whole social constituency supporting it. The pricing of the stock is kind of irrelevant at this point, but if you're short, you're really hurting.
The pricing of the stock is irrelevant when the actual fight. So this is why your friends and family are spreading FUD for you, right? And I've seen one of these articles that's like the biggest FUD, the biggest source of fear, uncertainty, and doubt. If you're feeling your grip weaken on being diamond hands on this stock, once again, I'm not telling you to alleviate your FUD. I'm not telling you to try and change your mind. If you have to, paper hand, scissors in the chat for you, right? But the biggest source of FUD right now is your family thinking, hey, this price of the stock is going down, must mean this price is the stock is dead, because the price is apparently the only metric that matters. No, it's about the regulations that are going to come into play for the amount of risk that these hedge funds can take based on their already taken risky positions. The best analogy that you can have for what is to come is this, right? The price is irrelevant when it comes down to how much money the person that stole your car needs to pay in parking fees. The person that stole your car, it parked out on like an airport, and the airport is charging them ridiculous prices, millions of dollars of parking fees a day. And there's still, they still haven't found the keys yet, right? It doesn't matter if the price, if the fines are up or down. It doesn't matter if you still have to walk to work right now. You are being patient. It doesn't cost you a cent to walk. It might not be pretty. It might not feel like you are a king. You might not feel like you're gonna be able to afford a Lambo after this. But when this is all over, and the regulations are put into place, when the DTC actually ends up wanting to put up the OCC 801, which was passed contingent on 003, and the DTC 801 that has not yet passed, all of those rules are going to make your car, the one that the hedge fund stole, turn into a Lambo. That's the end of it, and Kevin O'Leary can see it. 2 Kevins right here for the price of 1. I think that's a pretty good deal. Okay, so I love analogies, so I just wanted to make sure that we brought that point here. And now let's look at Tattooed Chef. All right, so Tattooed Chef, bit of a view forming here. Not necessarily a bad thing, but we don't want to see a Tattooed Chef rejected again at 1914. So we are waiting for it to waiting for the VWAP to come up with it, essentially, right? If it can start with volume driving the price up, then the true price, the VWAP, can start to follow accordingly. That's why currently it's its resurgence is okay. This reversal feels like it isn't overextended yet. However, it could easily end up hurting itself if the RSI starts to cross over 70 and stays there consistently. I would say that the Tattooed Chef right now has from the end of March, a floor at around 18.20 and from above around 20 bucks here. So it caps at $18 to $20. I would say that's pretty low volatility. If you're looking for an entry point, I think that this is fine in terms of what we've seen from the other stocks with much more volatile markets here. Where is it going? As of right now, it's on a downtrend. This is descending levels of resistance and support. So that means that Tattooed Chef, you are likely going to continue this downward trend until you hit this floor at around 18.23, and then it will likely, it's a few cents off, right? Either buy in now at 18.90 or wait until 18.20, but this is likely going to be caught as a hard floor for Tattooed Chef. There we go. Was that today, Guilty Chippy? I believe so. Either today or yesterday. Let's see. Hey, Jesse, says the swirl. We take a look at ATNF, sure thing, Andrew Vanderhelm. Once again, guys, do not use cheat code directly from the App Store when you go to TradingView. Get it from the link below. You'll get the V4, the more up-to-date version. Let's see. So ATNF Life Sciences. This hard resistance now has turned into a hard support. Now we're likely wondering, well, where is this going to go from here? The last time that it had a major spike was this one time after hour spike, pre-market spike in March. Yep, so back in October, nothing much. Same thing for March. And now it is at its highest point since a flash rip and crash up to $15. I would say that right now it's gearing up for the 180 Life Sciences satisfying Nasdaq's continued listing requirements. 180 Life Sciences rallies 18%, technical levels to watch. What's going on with ATNF stock and Kelk stock? Trading higher following insider buying from Mark Feldman, a director on the company's board. 180 Life Sciences is a clinical stage biotechnology company is focused on the development of novel drugs. Okay, so Kelquity shares are trading higher on continued upward momentum after this company last week announced a worldwide licensing agreement with Pfizer. So this is completely different. They would commercialize Jidalazib. So these are two independent catalysts that are driving these two stocks up. Right now is the question, is this the actual change? Is this now hovering around the true price of around $12? Or is this just a precursor? And even a worst case scenario, is this an over generous boost to its actual price? Right now, all I can say is that this is starting to feel like a nice solid floor. So if you wanted to see how far this goes, unfortunately, one of the only trends that we can say is speculative because it hasn't actually seen these heights except for one crazy flash rip. Let's see. John Dillon says, just woke up from a poolside nap. Was that Shark Tank guy saying he's an ape? Yes, he is. And yet, poolside nap? What time is it over there? How do you get a poolside nap? Oh, I can use a nap. Eli Groff wants to know about TIRX. It dropped from $98 to $12 in one single day. There's something I should look into investing. I've bought 2 shares of TIRX. So I'm involved now. Let's take a look. TIRX. About 18 bucks now. So it's still around 18 bucks, even though its daily high today is 25. So off of the daily high, it actually isn't performing super great. But it did drop all the way down to 12 yesterday. And so let's see if we can find a better story for TIRX right now. Hey guys, I think the math doesn't make sense here. 1900 of view, 400 likes. I think those numbers are different, and that hurts my brain when the math doesn't work. So I would really appreciate it if you guys could slam that like button. Let's see, Tian Ruixiang Holdings. Catching news, investor place. 6 things to know as TIRX plummets 80%. From the investor place. People wondering about what's going on here. Ooh, okay, here we go. Some good news. Well, maybe not good news, but this is some great, accurate news. Whoa. Six things to know as Tian Ruixiang plunges 80%. Shares of TIRX are down more than 80% today, and that's an absolutely massive drop and has taken TIRX stock from $95 to $15 per share at the time of writing. So this is from yesterday. Why the drop? Well, no one really knows. Oh, no one really knows, says Investor Place. Well, then I don't feel so bad not knowing it either. Just Jess saying smash the like button. I think Jess knows what's up. Eli Groff, here's your answer. No one really knows. There's been radio silence in terms of updates on this company. However, speculations have been building in social media circles that some sort of pump and dump scheme had taken with this stock. Okay, wait, so I have 2 articles here about TIRX. So I have one that says TIRX stock gains in pre-market trading. Let's find out why. This is from catchingnews.com. What is happening in these past events. And then this one's slightly older, which is TIRX stock. 6 things to know as TIRX plunges 80%. Oh, right, because this is already something else here. Let's go to this one, here we go. Moon Platoon, usually I have my kombucha here, I have my coffee here, and I have to decide which one to drink, but this means that it's either usually GME or AMC is the choice. Today, I actually do want to be able to cover a little bit about why is a stock plummeting 80%. You guys might have watched in the live stream yesterday that TIRX was down from $95. Let's look at this chart right on our left. TIRX at 1787 looks pretty normal to us on the minute chart. Now let's look at the 30-minute chart from $95 all the way down to, what is this? The lowest point was at $12, I remember yesterday. I remember getting in a little later at 14. I have 2 stocks at $14.50. So exactly why did that happen, and is that something to be concerned about with the volatility of the markets? Let's take a look at 2 different articles, one from the Investor Place about 6 things to know as TIRX plummets 80%, and one more more recently from Catching News, TIRX gains in the pre-market trading. Let's find out why. Of course, we go bell to bell, buzzer to buzzer, and talk about GME, AMC, as well as every other stock opportunity for you to start building your passive wealth and your investing knowledge. If that sounds good to you, the subscribe button is waiting for you while we are on our way to 100,000 subscribers. Would love to see you come along for the journey. So that's an absolutely massive drop, to begin with, absolutely huge. It's taken TIRX stock from about $95 to below $15 per share at the time of writing. Why the drop? Nobody knows. No one really knows. Well, at the time of this writing, no one knows. Let's see if the next article gives us a little bit more information. There's been radio silence in terms of updates on this company. However, speculation has been building in social media circles that some sort of pump and dump scheme has taken hold with this stock. That said, Chinese stocks have been under pressure for some time. Deteriorating US-China relations have resulted in a sell-off in a range of ADRs tracking Chinese-listed companies. It appears investors are pricing in higher levels of risk with these stocks today. Indications that the US could potentially delist Chinese companies that don't comply with auditing standards has furthered these concerns. So is this the start of something that is going to be a monumentally detrimental trend? Right, because this is not just going to be a splash. It's not going to be a little ripple. This is going to be a wave that essentially could even trounce on over to our meme stocks and see a lot of the market shaken up if the Chinese and U.S. relation continues to sour. Accordingly, investors appear to remain skeptical on companies with headquarters based in mainland China today. Given how little is known about TRX stock, here's some information to help us fill the void. Here's 6 things. Number 1, TRX initially went public in February, raising $12 million from its IPO. Accordingly, these funds were expected to be used to invest in infrastructure, R&D, and general working capital. TRX bills itself as a China-based insurance broker. The company lists Beijing as its headquarters. It says it is an insurance broker specializing in property and casualty insurance and life insurance products. The company says it receives compensation from other insurance companies, paying commission for its sales as a broker. And almost done, 2 more. The company's share price has been an absolute tear this year. Shares of TRX stock went from a low of $11 to as high as $103 before this recent plunge. Today's plunge brings the stock price back to near its IPO levels. So it's always been at a fair price at this $11-ish range. Why is it actually now almost double, right? It had a high of $25 earlier today. So at the very least 50% up on today. And why exactly is this going to be a canary in the coal mine for future Chinese stocks and the trend of where these Chinese stocks are going? If we can take a look at this article as the second article, it might give us a little bit more perspective. This is from catchingnews.com. TIRX stock gains in the pre-market trading. Let's find out why. It declined by 80% at the last trading close, whereas TIRX stock rose by 17% in the pre-market trading session. Following this rise and fall in TIRX stock price, there is no recent news hitting the media. That's why I couldn't find anything about this stock, because I'm like, okay, this might be a pump and dump. This might be like a scam. This might be like something terribly dangerous to invest in. And yet, I couldn't help but get 2 tickets just in case it does climb back up to the moon. Currently, I'm up $4. Slightly less. Oh, no. Almost $4 again. TIRX Holdings Limited is a Chinese insurance broker with its headquarters in Beijing. It sells a wide variety of insurance products that are divided into 2 categories. Even if you're... Hold on a sec. Property and casualty insurance, such as a car, commercial property and liability insurance, and life insurance, including individual and group life insurance. Ace, welcome to the Moon Platoon. You are now a officer of the very cool group of Mo monkeys that follow the Meatball army. And Meatball over here, Professor Meatball, is ready to lead you into battle. So if you have not yet checked out the join button next to the subscribe button like Ace, then go ahead. It really does help support the show. What is happening? There hasn't been any news about TIRX in a long time. However, there has been speculation on social media that this stock has been the target of a boiler scheme. Chinese stocks, on the other hand, have been under pressure for some time. We just mentioned this in the previous article. A sell-off in a variety of ADRs monitoring Chinese-listed companies has resulted from deteriorating U.S.-China ties. With these stocks, it seems that investors are pricing in higher levels of risk today. These fears have been heightened by reports that the U.S. could delist Chinese companies that fail to meet auditing standards. And then likely we're going to have another tit-for-tat relationship here. We don't want this adversarial relationship. We already have it with Russia and starting to escalate with the show of force that Russia is doing next to Ukraine. So we definitely do not want to also be at war, proxy war, quasi-war with China. So past events. On February 2nd, 2021, TIRX announced the completion of its initial public offering. Its IPO, 3 million Class A ordinary shares at a price of $4 per share. Until deducting underwriting on discounts and other associated costs, the company earned gross proceedings of $12 million from this offering, right? We saw that in the previous article. In addition, the underwriters have 45-day option to buy up to 450,000 additional Class A ordinary shares at the public offering price. The revenue will be used to launch X, Y, and Z. Underwriters for the offering were Network One Financial Securities, Inc., and Brilliant Norton Securities Company Limited. In connection with the offering, Hunter blah 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 acted as counsel to the company, and VCL Law LLP acted as counsel to Network One Financial Securities Inc. So this is starting to become one of the more interesting mysteries of our time. So let me ask you, is this going to be the start of a trend? Is TIRX, just like Archegos, a sign that there's a much larger wave coming? The Archegos was a sign that the margin calls are real, and they are likely going to be rippling through no matter what the catalyst is, even if it's not GME or AMC specific. And now that TIRX could end up falling such tremendous heights, is it an isolated incident as a scam, essentially, or a pump and dump, or is this the start of something worse? We'll keep you updated. Make sure that you tune in on the show bell to bell. My name is Andrew, that's Professor Meatball, and I'm glad that you guys were here with us. We'll see you in the money next time we go live. Make sure to turn that bell and that notification button on. They're the same thing. Make sure to turn the subscribe and the notification bell on, and we will see you in the money. Peace. Okay. Woo, a lot of talking. Sanguine says that they would like data visualization and data science type stuff. Google has certificate courses. If you are already trying to pivot in your career, I have found that those certificates, if they're free, they're perfectly fine to get you caught up to speed, but they're not really that helpful. They're not a requisite. No one's looking for that, but people are looking for graduate degrees, right? So you can find a job in data science even if you don't have a graduate degree. However, that is one of the things that you have to actually understand. What are people looking for? Andrew Vanderhelm, thank you for joining the Moon Platoon. Boom. Should have mentioned you in that video as well. Just skipped my eye, but I'm appreciating you right now. Thank you, Andrew, for joining that Moon Platoon right there. Ace says, thanks, man. I'm proud of our fellow officer, Andrew Momoni, and couldn't help joining. You're doing a superb job with the channel. Thanks again, Ace. You got me right in the bottom of my heart. I'm not going to say the C word because last time I stuttered and it didn't work out. In the cockles of my heart. I said it, even though I said I wasn't going to say it. So, how much longer? An hour and change, an hour and 15 minutes until the end of the market, and 15 minutes until power hour. I hope you guys are hype. Hope you guys are pumped. It's hard to come in halfway through the day because the second part, it's really hard to, like, as someone noted in the live chat, get all of the goofy goobers back into the live chat and actually have them focus up. Because some people join at like 6 a.m. We gather like a pretty good snowball. We have about 3,000 to 4,000 people. And then it ends up being that the algorithm doesn't want to funnel everybody who was originally in that first video back in. So it's kind of like this catch-22. Oh no, it's just kind of like this really hard decision. Do you just sit with a diaper and a drink and a coffee for a whole like 7 hours straight? Or do you just suck it up and then understand that the next video, the next live stream is going to be like half to 75% of the amount of people that were originally in the first live stream? YouTube algorithm, hard to understand. They want to push live streams, but not too many. That's the tricky part. Well, thank you for those of you who have joined in, because you guys are the true apes, right? We have bears of the channel, we have bulls of the channel, and we have true apes. Those of you who are joining the channel, watching the live streams no matter what. Let's see. When is that next GME hearing coming out? That's something that I would like to know. GME Congress hearing. Is it going to go through the Senate again? Or is it going to go to... I'm going to try GameStop, Part 3. GameStop? Who wins and who loses? Part 2. So that is what I'm looking at right now. Chairwoman Maxine Waters. I'm going to try GameStop again and see where that takes me. Okay, there's only 2 that come up. It's Part 1 and Part 2. Yes. If anybody in the hive mind knows where when the next one is going to be, though, that would be great. Well, let's go. Let's get AMC back up here. AMC back on the minute chart. Okay, crawling along. Nothing too extraordinary yet. Vivian Sanchez says, honestly, you and others I watch show up in my suggestions more than if I were subbed. Oh, fair enough. My subs never almost show up. Interesting. Okay, so GME congressional hearing. Not seeing where the third one is going to be. Part 3. So I'm wondering if they're going to be in Senate or something. U.S. House. I'm going to subscribe to the U.S. House Committee on Financial Services because it's just fun things right there. Oh, they haven't done something for 2 weeks. What kind of YouTube channel are you running? Trash Panda, so true. That's a really good question. When I was a young boy in Bulgaria, any of these full of water? Nope. This one's kind of full of water. Let's see. Okay, let's do a we have 12 minutes, so we have 12 minutes of ticker symbol suggestions if you guys have them. So go ahead and throw them in the chat and we will go take a look. Oh, TXMD, let's start with that. Therapeutics MD and then Power Hour. Brayden says, what minutes should we look at on a chart? Look at it on the 1 minute if you're planning to see the finer movements. But look at it on the hourly chart if you wanted to see the here you go, bud. Look on the hourly chart if you want to see like macro movements. And then of course daily if you want to see like long-term movements. Okay, so there is a pretty strong top right here. Rejected twice and it was support prior. So let's see where our second one is. This one is actually a pretty okay bottom. Supported multiple times and back in the other day too. So TXMD actually pretty predictable. Right now it is on the tail end of a corrective wave A, B, C. So this is A, B, C, D, E. So it's on the E wave of Elliott wave theory. I would imagine that it is bottoming out right now. And is if you are looking at it from a point of view of like how many times has it been this low? The last time it was all the way down, bottoming out at about $1.15 was back in December. So right now is hard to keep saying this, but the flash sale for every stock you care about, every stock is on sale right now, especially the meme stocks. The entire market is looking pretty red. So if you wanted to be able to pick up some of your favorite stocks, this is your best chance. Hologram wants me to look at MGNI. Magnite. Oh. This would definitely drive cheat algo crazy. Cheat code algo does not like this like oscillating back and forth. Personally, I think that this oscillation is so predictable. It could actually make you a lot of money because predictability is money in the bank. So we have MGNI being supported here. Basically, every time it tries to dip below 38, it can't. So I would say that right now is a bigger question is whether 41 is going to contest 45. Can this be contested? Yes, this is, wow, look at that perfect green dip right here, caught here at the 45. Resistance. I would say that the potentials are pretty good. This is actually not a bad entry point. I would say a better one is to wait if you don't think that these three signs are bullish, right? We have it passing through the VWAP, having it pass through the 200-day EMA, and it is still flying. So it is now having its RSI push against 70, so it's getting dangerously close to overbought. However, the MACD is still flying high above that signal line. It is still bullish. It's likely going to end even higher on the rest of the day. So MGNI looks bullish, and its risk is pretty set in stone. This risk right here, if you can focus on the candles, body of the candles themselves, they're around 38.60. So if you can handle like a, what is that, 8%, 7% dip, if you wanted to wait and see if it goes back to 38 before it retries, right now it's just an advantageous position because it's been supported by its own VWAP multiple times today. Oh, Eli Groff, set your EMA to 200 and your MA to 15. That's what I like to see. Vegas Chef Andrew says, I missed the Mo Money hoodie. Can you show it again? Yeah, sure. So you go to andrewmomoney.com and then you open up and you see, whoa, Ape Strong Together. Picture of me jumping. And then you got your Diamond Hands Extra Comfy hoodie, and then you got your Meatball Sub Extra Comfy hoodie. I need to change these titles here. Apparently, we got Perfect Pair socks. We have this Space the Final Frontier Extra Comfy hoodie. You don't have to get it in red. These are just the different colors that you guys can get. There's like every single one of these has different colors. We have, of course, the Moneyball collection. This is still a hot topic. So, but once again, everything that is starting to get at the bottom of this barrel, like this shirt, is going away. So I can almost guarantee that this shirt and this hoodie are starting to disappear. So if you want it, you gotta get it now. AndrewMyMoney.com. Thanks, Vegas Chef Andrew, for asking that question. Okay, check out NVCR. They had a crazy week. NVCR. Novocure. Oh, 50% up today. They didn't have a crazy week. They just had a crazy day. Wow. GameStop still tumbling. Excuse you. VWAP, what are you doing? Catch my boy GME, please. 6 minutes until power hour starts. Get hype, guys. Energy level up through the roof. So Novocure up 50%. Could a cheat code have caught it? That's the best kind of questions that I love to ask. NVCR. Novocure. I feel like there's a lot of Andrews here. Heck yeah. So many Andrews. F-Cell, you're coming up soon. Even if you're not an Andrew, you are an Andrew. So what I'm seeing here is a buy signal that's a little too early, all the way back in the 9th of April. So you wouldn't have taken this because this is only 2 for 4. It's in the Bollinger band here, but it is not in the CC squeeze or the CC swing. And then you would have come to here. And there's no additional buy signal, but all these two lights are green for go, and then you have the CC swing start to pick up right here. So if you took that as 3 for 4 and bought in, you would have caught this crazy power hour move right here. I think that this stock is one that actually can be pretty predictable because there's not a ton of volatility and not a crazy amount of buys and sell signals. So in my opinion, I think that this stock is actually a good one to look at on cheat codes. If you guys are looking for this tool, it's in the description as a cheat code Algo. Make sure to use my link because right now we have an exclusive partnership with cheat code Algo. No other influencer can actually use an affiliate program with them right now. We got that special touch. This just for this week. It's exclusive. What's up, Jessica Knight? You and Matt should do another live stream together soon. I constantly have switched back and forth between the streams. It gets tired juggling 2 stock boyfriends every morning. Stock boyfriends, heck yeah. Let's see. I'm gonna take a picture. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take a picture of this right here. I'm gonna say, Matt and friends, we should do a simulcast this week. I'm sending it to the Hodelman all together. Jessica, I agree. It's hard to juggle 2 stock boyfriends every morning. Almo Naster, I must drive home from work. Hopefully catch you apes before closing bells. Have a safe drive. Braden N says, you and your beautiful hair. Can you check out Rox G? It's running. Okay, Novacure, we'll leave you here. Rox G. Running 3.8%. Let's see if this is a run that that cheat code thinks is a buy. So this is a 1 buy signal here, no CC squeeze signals here, and a swing signal. So this is 2 out of 4. So this is it's not a strong buy from cheat codes. And then we have here is actually almost a 4 for 4, a little bit of a gap. You would have had to take the 25th signal 3 for 4 and then take the 26th signal. If you did, you would have been able to catch from $1.55 all the way up to $1.78. Honestly, not a ton. So as of right now, cheat code isn't very bullish on Rox Gold. I am a little bit suspicious as well. Let's see if there's any signals that we can actually see here. Yeah, maybe some natural growth, but there isn't any clear pattern or a lot of sideways movement in a macro scale. Liam Kayar, USIG is a corporate bond that has insane short interest since GME saga. BlackRock has 100% cash allocation inside it. I believe it's Melvin's front money. Liam, that sounds pretty good, pretty important. Have the mods help you send that link over to me, and then we'll try to get there together. Let's see. Meatball, you're so sleepy, huh? All right, power hour just happened. Guys, it is the last hour of the trading day. Ding dong. Power hour activates, says Vlad Hernandez. The fact remains, more shares stars out there than exist. Just hold, says Pete Diaz. Hologram says, Andrew, we want your hair to go higher. When is my hair gonna squeeze? When will my hair squeeze? Oh, make sure to stretch, guys. Make sure to get those blood in your veins pumping. Okay, so following in GME, actually supported by the VWAP again. See how many times GameStop has been supported by the VWAP today? Once, twice. Here, a small support 3 times, 4 times, right? Back when it was playing around here 5 times. The VWAP and the GME saga continues right here. Tesla making moves. That's right. I saw some of you looking at Tesla. Let's take a look. Whoa, almost up. Whoa, up 7%, almost back up to $800. Dang. Okay. Well, today would have been a good day to jump on into Tesla. Tesla making bank here. Jay Raider saying, I didn't hear no bell. That's right, because it was a bull. This is a bull that I rang earlier. Can't stop, won't stop. The VWAP can't figure dark pool shorting. That's true. AMC is also having a pretty interesting relationship with its VWAP here. See, it's acting as the orange line here. It's acting as a pretty solid floor. When moons is Howie Felter snatch. Howie Felter. Oh my god. Ugh, got me again. No. Dang it. Some of your usernames. Why there's so little shares to borrow on borrow desk for GME this morning? It's been a trend. Likely the same trend of, you know, taking out all the shares that you can borrow and then everything else that you can't borrow are naked. Okay. Yeah, so the mainstream media FUD is getting worse and worse. What shorts are doing literally. Oh, this is a shit post. Oh, some of these pictures are really good. I love it. Game is starting to set and match. So we have AMC moving with less than 40 million in volume, looking a lot more sluggish than yesterday. GameStop at this point already have 10+ million in volume at Power Hour yesterday. So GameStop playing with less than 6 million in volume, just sluggishly getting supported by the VWAP and then finding another path forward. I imagine that GameStop is going to either once again hit that VWAP, see that W form. I would love to see that happen. If that W forms right here, then GME would then try and recontest 142. That's my assumption of where this stock is going here. If it actually gets supported earlier, then we could start to see an impulse wave that brings us up in the same way. CCIV. Oh man. Got me good. Tesla looking real fine. Palantir, looking good. Wow, up 6.5%. So this was a good day to buy. This is a good day to buy all over the market, actually. Mad discounts. So what have we said on this channel already, guys? Mad discounts right here. Let's see. We ain't leaving. There we go. I think that's pretty self-explanatory. We ain't leaving. Matthew Rappaport saying, hi, Andrew and Meatball. Let's see. Some experts say that current Tesla shares can hit 10K if they capitalize on autonomous auto taxi business. They can monopolize it. Ooh. Now it seems like a pretty. Hold on. What stop is I going to look at? Let's look at PYR. Pyrogenesis from Noah Bell. Noah Bell wants to take a look at this. Is this a hard bottom is the question, Noah. This one is. So it's already fallen through a level of support here. And now it's likely begging the question, is this the level of support now we looked at before? That level right there. It's currently trending between these two levels right here. I would say that this is the channels, these are the two prices that you should expect to continue bounding between 668 and 586. So it's about a $1 range right now. That's where it's trending right here. Duffy McManus says, can't we pump out news releases like Hedgie's calling them out? Maybe we can get together with Trey and the others and start a collection to pump them out to fight back. Yeah, no, seriously. That's why we go through the FUD articles, to be able to see, you know, how bad is the damage. Looks like the God Pill and Trey are starting some beef. I'll bring the AMC popcorn. That would be kind of interesting. Televise the God Pill and Trey slugathon. Chris Morrison says, call Andrew. Where's Andrew? Where is he? Which Andrew are we talking about right now? Is it me? Are we talking about Andrew right now? It's a pretty sluggish day, actually. I started early and everyone else barely started now, but still looking very sluggish, even with this small rip here. 880 to 888. This is just a 10-cent rip. 10 cents. And it's something to be excited about because honestly, AMC and GME just not really touching their resistances very much. GME, yours is just in sight. Come on, 140. Been stuck at 140 basically all day. Ooh, Scott McDonald, you're having some good ideas. Let's talk. We need a product manager we need a PR manager. It seems like you're the guy. Oh boy. Lord Weird says Godpell is a friendly YouTuber that makes friends easily. I had that impression on him. I also have the impression that you know, threatening people is not good, and I'm not sure. Here's the video in question. Trey sent this to us. It might be interesting to actually watch this. It's called God Pill sends a warning to Trey's trades. Don't support dilution. What is his message? Yeah, hopefully he's just misunderstood. Okay, now I'm so curious. I love drama. Why do we go to drama so much? God Pill sends message to Trey. Yeah, that didn't work at all. Only exists in Reddit. Internet. Yeah. Yeah, how about I just send this? No, I have the link. So I'm just gonna send it to myself. Oh, this is, whoa. Airdrop, more, forward, no. I'm too technologically challenged. Nope, okay, I'll look at it later. Okay, so Scott McDonald says we should do it. Let's raise money, make a well-worded letter directly to the president. Warren, we could get national coverage. Yeah, that'd be cool. NSPR says John Adams. John Adams? I know him. That can't be. All right, so we have. Wow, okay, this is kind of hard to read. So let me see if I can make this a strong level here. There's that support. So there was support before, now it's resistance right here. Boom. So there, that's perfect. Okay, so now let's see the last time it was actually this low. Guys, it's a flash sale on all of your favorite stocks. Not even exaggerating. Okay, so we have our floor here. Perfect. It's actually kind of far away. So that was the last floor from a couple of weeks ago, if not a month ago. So that gives Inspire a chance to either buckle up and head down to 45 cents. So another 8 to 10% kicker, or it's going to try and retake. The EMA is above it right now, closer to 69 cents. Very nice. So 69 cents likely is my bet. However, if you're looking for a better entry point, this is currently on the tail end of a consolidation, so the pivot could come in either form. Where is Ja? Where is Ja? In the chat? Oh, okay. Pete Diaz says, what happens on Friday? We have a good amount of options expiring on Friday. Not not the crazy types of volumes that we expected to see. So that kind of like gives a little bit of a gray zone to both the longs and the shorts, right? If people, oh, he's finally crunching it. Yeah, isn't it better when you crunch it? Yeah. He's been swallowing those treats whole, but he finally just crunched it. Heck yeah. Nam Kiamja says, hey Mo, those last 2 weeks, GME Tesla has been on a seesaw. Up day for one meant the other was going to go down. GME didn't dive like normal, but Tesla popped. Any correlation? We've talked about this inverse correlation before. The general reason is because Tesla is one of the most overvalued tech stocks in hedge fund portfolios. So when hedge funds are preparing to short GME, they are going to need a little bit of leverage, right? A little bit of liquidity. So what they actually do is they take out money from overvalued tech stocks like Tesla and then attack the GME value. So what happens is when GME goes up in price, they have to have more liquidity to cover, and then they take out their money from Tesla. And the other way around, right? When they try to hurt GME, they have more money from those shorts to then divert back into Tesla. That was the original theory. So this is theory crafting. However, at the end of the day, these two inversely related stocks, we were hoping for Papa Elon to come in and actually bail us out of our first gamma crash. After the first gamma squeeze, we were expecting, you know, Papa Elon doesn't want this to keep happening, this inverse relationship between GME and AMC, and Tesla. If he just goes out and buys a bunch of GME, that would actually fix the problem. But he didn't. Oh, you okay?
Finger somehow.
Oh no. Nice finger. Andrew, your show has motivated me to go back to school. You've made watching stocks fun and interesting. Just want to say thank you. When I condone it, I 100% will. Taco and REITs Gaming. That is going in the pool of heartfelt live stream comments. Thank you so much for saying that. I think my mouse was in the way. Microvision. Let's take a look. Mavis has fallen basically directly out of this holding pattern between 14 and 16. These two levels of support and resistance that I called before. Let's see, where is that line that I drew here? So I drew this line earlier when Mavis was ripping. Tracked that channel basically all the way up to $19, and now I'm gonna have to make a brand new line for where it was caught earlier, where it actually acted as resistance before the end of March. So this is a weak, semi-strong, like not super strong floor for Mavis, but as of right now, everything is on sale. So if you wanted to get into Mavis, excuse me, if you wanted to get into Mavis because you're still bullish about this Microsoft shenanigan, this is the price. This is basically right back to the price before the Microsoft HoloLens technology got hype. So Mavis, fire sale, might be a good time. Elon did jujitsu, but Jim Cramer fights dirty. Any thoughts? Can't imagine Jim Cramer fighting. Actually, I can. It's going to look like Rorschach, basically. The next Logan Paul boxing sensation. Seriously, that's at least like $1 million in AdSense. $1 million. You recommend any good books for learning to trade stocks? Chuck, I got just the books for you right down in the description. Just scroll down a little bit. There's going to be 3 major books right here for you to start learning about stocks. AMC still squeeze? Absolutely nothing has changed about the AMC squeeze situation. I'm just tired of people asking it. So it's in the title specifically because people come in and they're like, is AMC okay? AMC hasn't changed its squeeze position, right? It still has the exact same conditions as GME squeeze because of the DTC regulations coming in. Scott McDonald, thank you so much for that inspirational super sticker. WKHS, let's look at Workhorse. So far, every stock that is at the bottom of where it started back in December is a strong buy. All right, I put this channel up here, it did not track. The Workhorse is 6% up from after being caught by this pretty solid level of support here. So this line was drawn like weeks ago because I remember drawing that channel there. As of right now, I think Workhorse, this small rip is not going to last. Let's look at it on the 5-minute chart instead. Yeah, there's not really any breaks in here. And the RSI has been peaked above 70 basically since 3 p.m. So for an entire hour peaking above 70. This likely will bring it into like double-digit percents up into the after hours, but then it won't last past that. AMC 9. AMC 9 for $9. Now that's what we like to see. $8.99. Don't tease us. AMC just got up to $9. Feels good. Rip it real good. Chris Morrison, Andrew's my boy. Elon Musk for GME CEO. I don't know, that sounds a little bit that sounds a little bit precarious. GMEs are in a pretty precarious situation. I suppose it can only help. Christopher Katzev wants a firm. I was writing Yo Mama jokes last night, and so I emailed them to myself. I think I remember them from memory. One of them is Yo Mama's so fat that she spilled over from this side of the joke into the punchline Yo Mama. And it worked better if in context, maybe, or maybe written down. The other one is Yo Mama's so fat when they had to freeze frame her, she took up a whole freeze calendar. So that's two. Those are two Yo Mama jokes I wrote last night. That was way funnier in my head. Ape. Jeffrey and Brad both want to become YouTubers. Heck yeah, I'm happy to jump on your show, guys. So a firm. Is this the minute chart? Oh, okay, good. I'm just like, what? Ah, that makes more sense. So it looks like this is starting to form a little cup on the day. How big of a cup? Up to 69, down to 66. Okay, not that much volatility, actually. When it comes down to it, you're looking at a pretty tight floor at around 65. Bitcoin is ripping, that's true. Let me see if Riot actually has, so what I would say is right now, a firm has the opportunity to try and contest its EMA. However, it isn't halfway there yet, right? It has to actually break through. If it gets rejected by its EMA, then it will likely have to, a better entry point would be all the way down here at 65, where I drew a floor. Let's look at Riot real quick. Where is Bitcoin right now? 62, okay, so it's not crazy. Right up 12%, driven mainly by Bitcoin. Riot is like if you wanted to make money from Bitcoin, but you don't like the margins on Bitcoin because it's already $60,000. Okay, interesting. This red candle on Riot actually doesn't look like healthy consolidation. Let's actually look at cheat code and see if there's any difference. Who is Ja?
He was in
No. Someone said instead of where is Ja, they said who is Ja?
Why Tang then?
This is the Roaring Kitty once tweeted about where is Ja? Yeah.
He was on that island, fire island.
Yes, he was the Fire Festival. He really separated himself from the Fire Festival, but he shouldn't have. It was mainly his his thing that hyped up the Fire Festival. So let's see. Let's look for a 3 for 4 at least. Where did cheat code want you to get in here? Let's actually look at in the last few days. So did cheat code predict Bitcoin ripping? Here is 1, 2, 3, 4 right here. It wanted you to buy in at $39. So if you did back in the 25th of March, congrats. Let's see if there was any sell positions that would have knocked you out of your spot. One sell, a CC squeeze, and the CC swing. So this would have been a 3 for 4. You might have been knocked out of your spot here. Would this have been a buy? No, this would have been a 2 out of 4 soft buy indicator. So then you would have been knocked out of your position still. Unless you only trade on 4 for 4s. In that sense that you wouldn't have traded until you reached the Bollinger Bands up ahead. So for this most recent run up here, if you bought in here, here is a 1 Bollinger Band, 2 the buy signal, 3 the squeeze, but no swing indicator here. So you would have had to trade it on a 3 for 4. So far, if you traded here, but didn't get rid of your position, you would have been golden. And who got you there? Well, it was cheat code Algo. So use the link in the description if you guys want to. It's not free. Just a reminder. I'll do you one better. How is Ja? Stray X says, your mama's so fat she hit every level of resistance and didn't bounce. That's great. That's very good. Your mama's so fat she walked in front of the TV and missed all 3 episodes. That's good. I missed a whole season. Okay. Okay, so 30-ish minutes until the market is over. We saw AMC do a mad rip of Dash up to $9. And now we actually might start to see the beginning of a beautiful impulse here. And is it because I don't see a W? Because the W's usually have to come down from a downtrend here. So there is no double bottom anywhere that I can see. But as of right now, AMC is taking a second to breathe, and if it can actually rally right here at 8.93, this breakout was from 20 cents, so from 8.80 to $9. If it's 20-cent rally from here, then it's likely going to bring it all the way past this resistance of 9.14 here. Let's see if AMC can actually take it and not get rejected for the day and actually stay positive for the day. GME actually now positive for the day as well, retaking 142. Looking good. Power to the power hour. Feels great. Positive chart movement. That's what we like to see. Sometimes we're masochists. Let's see. GME now trying. It's okay, buddy. Take your time. Let's see. Let's do top from like hours. Oh, sweet. People were looking at that Simpsons calling it again, the SEC taking away the bull. A lot of memes right now. Okay, if you guys have other ticker symbol suggestions so that we can take a look, throw them in the chat. Ooh. Pow. Wise key, says Cody Griffith. You got it. Wise key. Basically, it sounds like whiskey. Speaking of whiskey, we're really far away. We're not that quite close to 1,300. So we have 700 likes. We're getting there, though. We're getting there. So we need 600 more to get that the pull of the Glenfiddich. Humble. So people want me to look at TNXP or Humble. Sure. That's after Wise Key. He's like, what? I fell in my food bowl. Okay, so here, just a solid downtrend, a non-stop. This needs a news catalyst. This has been on a slow bleed for a very long time. The last few weeks, in fact. So I would say right now, if you were long this position and you're still holding, you need a news catalyst to get out of here. I'll cover Wisekey more in a second. Let's actually take a look at everyone else's. Someone wants me to look at Humble or TNXP, so let's look at that. Okay, it's now Humble, so it's not TNXP anymore. Look at all these lines I drew for Humble before. So had a major breakout from $1 back in February where I was tracking it, and then pushed all the way up to $6, 500% up, and then started tracking between these two levels. Seems like these levels that I drew earlier are still valid. Yeah, they're still valid. So right now it's on a rip. It's on a rip from $2.60, currently at 3, trending a little bit downward, but I don't think this is done. I don't think that this is finished in ripping. So the subwave here is from $2.60 to $3.20. We're likely going to see another 60-cent subwave after either it consolidates all the way down to the 298 level of resistance that I put here, or a little bit earlier. So that's another 60 cents in the making up here. Let me just make sure I remember my prediction. That's 60 cents. 80 to, yeah, it's a little bit, actually a little bit here. That's a little bit bullish on my part. AABB. My first car was a Toyota Corolla. There you go. So a push from the middle of March all the way up to 60 cents. So these are penny stocks. Checking out sub-dollar stocks always makes me a little bit nervous. I would say right now that this stock is going to have to continue consolidating sideways, because this kind of rip needs a news catalyst. Is there one in the news right now? No. ABB secures over $1 million in gold-backed crypto sales in 2 weeks following launch. Oh, in that case, if you aren't too concerned about, oh, did I draw this from a long, long time ago? I most certainly did. Let's get rid of this. Oh, then my trend has actually been pretty consistent, except for this minor bump here. So I would say that AABB, if you're looking for entry points based on that news catalyst, this might be a good one, because honestly, at this rate, it is on an upwards trend. However, the bottom is closer to about less than 10 cents. So if you're looking at 9 cents to enter here, that is the floor. Hard to say whether or not this is going to go back to 20 cents or pivot downwards to 10 cents first. Chris Morrison says, I push that like button and I don't ever push it. Ooh, that's what we like to hear. Thaddeus Coastal says, I think I only asked you about this one maybe a week ago. Oh, I see. So ABB, that was the trend I built a week ago. Some of you guys have really good Yo Mama jokes in the comments. For route B, would you please, oh, far out B, would you please look at Virgin Galactic? Yeah. The SPCE, space, the final frontier. Okay. Well, 31. I've been holding my bladder, so I really don't want to leave you guys with only 25 minutes left. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to be back in about 10 seconds. Take a look at Meatball. And I'll be back in about 10 seconds from the little astronauts room. Be back in a sec. Keep that conversation rolling and those ticker symbol suggestions coming. Don't move. All right. Is that a treat for Meatball? Good boy. Matt Core's chair has appeared. Andrew Meatball is trying to get us to buy Dogecoin. Uh-oh. Luca Galduan says, I'm a monkey. Okay, let's look at Razer. Razer. Must suck to have to IPO these days. However, how did nobody have coin yet? Seriously, nobody wanted coin? Or maybe it's just they didn't find a company that was worthy of coin quite yet, you know. Coinbase coming out tomorrow. Everybody have your eyes sharp. Sharp on the prize. John Dillon. I couldn't even finish my yawn because that was good. That was good. Zero borrowable shares on TIRX. Ah, okay. TIRX. Why can't I never see it? I just looked at it. Okay, so Razer trading at about $7. There's some highs and lows over here on the 30-minute chart. Nothing too clear to see. There appears to be this this resistance that is currently bucking up against right here. Rejected here, getting rejected right here, rejected here. I think that Razer has an opportunity to grow. However, as of right now, it has seen 100% growth in the last. Oh, sorry, this is in 30 minutes. Wait, 8:12. Oh. So in the last year, it has actually taken this level right here, so down this way. I would say that Razer has the opportunity to try to break above this. If it does, then that's an excellent entry point. If you haven't yet looked at Razer, RZZRY. Andy A. Mama so fat, NASA used her to prove Einstein's theory of gravitational waves. Diamond hand, baby. I appreciate that. I'm glad YouTube doesn't auto-censor those. Although that does make me afraid of what you could technically say in a super chat. Virgin Galactic. Did I just skip over that? My bad. Oh yeah, dropped down below that level of resistance from 2 days ago. So in that sense, Virgin Galactic is looking like a fine, tasty dip snack right here. It tried to dip below this 26 line multiple times. Let's see if we can go back to where that line was relevant before. Yes, this was also a strong level of support back in the beginning of March. So I would say right now that SPC is a strong buy. SPC looking very strong. Like a strong buy right here. Let's actually take a look at what Cheat Code thinks about SPC. Do you agree, Cheat Code? Cheat Code does not agree. Cheat Code has 2 out of 4 indicators. It's inside the Bollinger Band, and there's a buy signal here, but no squeeze or no swing indicators right now. Let's see the last time it actually had a 4 for 4. Last time it had a 4 for 4 was right here. It wanted you to buy in at about $27, and there's no strong sell indicator afterwards. So this is where I wanted you to buy. 26 bucks. It's trading at 26 bucks. At least it didn't stray you that. It didn't stray you in the opposite direction. It wanted you to buy in 26 bucks like a couple of days ago. It doesn't want you to buy at 26 bucks right now. Thoughts on NNDM? Can't seem to break a falling wedge. NNDM. Nano dimension. This is a hard to prove wedge. I wouldn't say this is a strong wedge here. Let me look at it on the daily, hourly chart to see if I can see the same thing you're seeing. This is the wedge you wanted to talk about here. So all the way down from the beginning of March. So this wedge, so the beginning of February, this wedge started a breakout from $17, broke all the way down to $7.40, caught twice. That's my level of resistance here. I would say right now that that this is not in a bullish position. It has been supported twice here, but I don't think coming from a wedge coming from a up downtrend is going to be bullish. Let's see if these guys agree. NNDM. Have you seen Smurf or Coin Hodl? Just thought this was interesting. No, Mel Michelle. Tell me more about Smurf or Coin Hodl. We have a 3 for 4 right here. Between yesterday and today, a buy signal inside the Bollinger Band, and now the CC swing has actually called the green signal here. Same thing happened in the past on the 8th. Same thing happened over on the 6th. And same thing happened over on the 30th. None of which have actually been proper swings. The last 4 for 4 was all the way back on the 25th of March. And that actually did bring NNDM up from $7.80 to $9, where there was a sell signal, but that sell signal was weak. As of right now, we're starting to see a pattern, is that the buy signals might be strong, but the sell signals are weak. So so right now, it's a lot keener on a buy and hold pattern for a bullish market. Use Omar, use the link in the description. It's the very first one. Akatsuki Tiger says that he's a snake in the zodiac. Well, Akatsuki, I'm your friend. We're friends now. Hey Johnny says, been watching Andrew's channel so much I started to memorize tickers names. I also have. I've been watching my own channel so much I started to recognize the ticker symbols as well. 15 minutes until the end of the day, guys. Getting excited for it? Oh yeah, I bet. I bet. Let's take a quick look here at what's going on. Maybe I have to take a longer break because right now on my live channel, it's showing my more live stream as before my other live stream. So maybe that's the reason why, because nobody got notified in the beginning. So I took an hour-long break. Next time I make my break like an hour and a half or 2 hours. AMC consolidating, yep, seems like it. Right between, it's basically following its 15-day SMA, basically being compressed down between those moving averages. Hey Johnny says sometimes I say ticker symbols when I see them in the chat. Oh, it's a cool feeling. It's like domain expertise. So when you get really good at D&D, you're like, really got the juices flowing here. On this lonely road to 100,000 subscribers, and all of you have already jumped on board. That's nice. Thanks for jumping on board. Liam Kayar says he needs confirmation. Confirmation for what? Let me scroll back up and see if I can see Liam Kayar's question. I don't see your question. Ask it again. Skylar Siddons wants to see CVNA. I'm gonna outsource it to our friends at Cheat Code. Arvana. Arvana is currently getting a 3 for 4, a buy signal inside a Bollinger Band with a swing signal here. So if the question you came to ask was, hey algorithm, is it time to buy Carvana? The cheat code algo says yes at 267. It's already $5 away from the price point that you should have bought. But if you don't mind about that, that's okay. Let's see how good their track record is. Last time there was a 4 for 4. Let's take a look here. So we have a buy signal inside a Bollinger Band with no squeeze, but a swing signal here. So that would have been a really strong 3 for 4 here. That would have gotten you from 247 all the way up to 321. That would have been a strong rip. And then here is one of our first chances to see a 3 for 4 sell signal, a strong sell signal here. A sell, and then a squeeze indicator and a swing indicator here. Finally, let's take a look at his track record for the for dates a little bit further away, maybe, if TradingView. This is why I don't like TradingView. There we go. Buy signal here. This is a buy with no squeeze indicator, so there hasn't been any super strong 4 parts here. Here's one. Right, so that's a 4 for 4 for buy, and that would have brought you up from 230, a strong sell signal here to 300. So 230 to 300, that's $70. Very similar to this one, where it brought you from 236 to 320. That's about $70 as well. Hey Johnny, thank you so much for the super. It's fun to learn. 11 minutes. Night Sing, it can't be a lonely road. We've been with you the whole time. 3,000 subscriber gang. Scissors in the chat. Thank you so much for supporting. Seriously. I'm working with Trades to interview Adam. I have not been invited to. So this is Trey's thing, right? He got the big man himself to answer the tweet, and so major props to him. I was trying to get Mr. Ryan Cohen, or maybe even some George Sherman before he jumps out of GME. Somebody wants to see CLVS. Clovis? Look at Clovis. Does Chico Algo work on any stock? It works on any stock that has trading view equivalent. And trading view works on almost any stock, I think. I know some of you have already gone to trading view and been like searching cheat code algo dot whatever, guys. We have an exclusive partnership with them right now, so use that link in the description. Clovis Oncology. I drew these lines before. This is where Clovis is still trending in between. Not much to say, in my opinion. Right now, it looks like that it is playing a corrective wave at the tail end. So therefore, we are likely going to see this 614 be a period of consolidation, or actually, we have an opportunity for this to be a minor cup. This might be a minor cup and handle here. So the argument against this cup and handle is that the handle is already much further down than 50% down the cup, right? 50% down, $9 to $5 cup would be $2 down, so about $7. So it's already at $6. So it's much closer to the bottom of this cup than the top of this cup. That's an argument against the handle. However, I think that this might actually be a fairly strong bull indicator. Let's see if, now I'm curious, what does our friend say? Is there a strong buy indicator here? Oh, there is a 3 out of 4 here. We have a buy at $6 in the Bollinger band, so that's 2 out of 4, and then we have a CC squeeze indicator here. That's 3 out of 4. No swing indicator, so it's not a complete 4 out of 4 buy, but right now it seems like Clovis is looking like it's coming back on a rebound. Whether that's due to the cup and handle or something else, that's up to you to decide. Bosco says, you left 2 hours ago, he's still going strong. What an ape legend. Of course. I love sitting in a chair all day and talking about stonks. Hey, my mo monkeys, says Nicholas Holmes. Can you please clarify how the value of a call moves? Hold on. A value of a call moves in conjunction with the actual stock price. AMC moved a lot, but my value didn't. The value of your call? To sell or to exercise? To sell your call, I'm imagining, is going to be very similar to actually exercising your call. It's going to be linear at the very least. Here is the amount of, okay, so here is, I believe, profits, and then down infinitely, the negative infinity for the person that sells you that call. And then so this is the chart itself. And then yours is all the way up to positive infinity here. So that's how the value of the call works, is that this is you, this is your strike price right there, that's your strike, and then this is the, I'm going to call them the market maker, or the contract writer. So that is how the value of your contract increases to positive infinity as the price of the stock increases. So I didn't label any of these axes. So these are both dollars though, but this is price of the stock, and the strike price is right there. So once again, in simple ape terms, the higher the price of the stock goes, the more value your contract is worth, whether you sell it or exercise it linearly. There's a bunch of more Greek involved with how many shares on the other side they have to delta hedge, but that doesn't matter to you. All you care about is just linearly how much money you're going to make on your call. I like that. John Dillon's coming out with some really good Yo Mama jokes. Okay, so 5 minutes left until the end of Power Hour. Hope you guys are excited. You guys are feeling strong. Hold on. What's going on here? $400 trillion Matrix Rabbit. What is this? Wall Street Breakers. Wow, hold on. Whoa, this is kind of confusing. Okay, I'll take a look at this later. Can you use your wizardry technology and check out UPST? I sure can. We do love wizardry. Upstart. Alright, so far the last strong buy signal was actually over here at 120 and it was wrong. So this is a 4-for-4 buy. So this is buy inside the Bollinger Band and the squeeze as well as the swing. And I wanted you to buy at 120. If you did, you would be down now. But remember, some of these takes days to play out. So this is their from the robot calculating a strong buy right here at 120. So you can even get a discount now if you buy here. But who's to say why they want you to look at UPST? To actually look at it, it will require a couple more brain cells than I have right now. So let me just see if I can see it naturally. Not really, but let me see if this was predicted. Buy signal, not really inside the Bollinger Band, no squeeze signal, no CC, and 1 CC swing. This is 2 out of 4. So this actually wouldn't have gotten you on this train from 64 to 172. Nobody's perfect. That's good. I like Jonathan Wozniak's mama joke. CH. I like the GME related you mama jokes. That's pretty fun. GHVI. I know me Kevin is really bullish on this stock. What does cheat code say? Okay. Yeah, this is the stock that I didn't want to look at cheat code because it's just going to go sell buy, sell buy, sell buy. But as of right now, where is the strongest buy indicator? It has this really strong buy indicator here with no squeeze. This is a 3-for-4. The last time there was a buy indicator was on the 6th of April. And then here's a 4-for-4. It wanted you to buy at $14. So it wanted you to buy at $14 in the end of March, and you would have been holding for absolutely nothing to happen for 2 whole weeks. So maybe this is when me, Kevin, thought it was also a bullish play to buy at, maybe I want to buy some too, actually. I wonder why. This is a 4-for-4 right here. Swing, squeeze, Bollinger, and the buy signal. This is the way, says Vegas Chef Andrew. Your mom is so fat that she cannot jump to a conclusion. Now that's what I like to see. A clever play on words. Do the buy indicators appear after the spike? It's preemptive. They just stay exactly where they are after they predict. And like we see, they don't update afterwards, so sometimes they're wrong. Warren says, I need help. NMGRD. Okay. Hopefully you don't need that much help. Uh-oh. Hopefully you're not in too much trouble. So, let's say, never catch a stock on a runaway, especially if it continually peaks at 80 RSI over and over. That's not a good idea. Had a breakout of $1.65, went all the way up to $22. This is another 1,000% up stock, and it just keeps on falling. So from what I can see, I don't think that this is a strong point of reversal here. Not from the MACD, which is trending downward at a sharper rate than before, and not on the RSI, which is not showing oversold at all. It just seems like a healthy decline. So that's not great. GME, oh, it's already over. Wow. didn't expect it to actually ring. I had some dog food in my hand. Wow, ring the bell. Congrats, guys. Day is over. Feels good. Positive. Let's break it down to see exactly what happened. Positive sentiment, but not positive closing for GME at the very least. AMC closed at 2.67% up. Right, could have been auspicious for just 3 cents more, but 885 looking okay. 140.79 is GameStop at the end of the day. It is down 0.2%, negligible differences, honestly. It's just basically putting itself back to the price that after the series of manipulation is where naturally it is going to stay. Especially since it didn't even have 7 million in volume, not even, I don't even think that's half of yesterday's volume. And AMC looking pretty sluggish in terms of volume as well, with only 43 million. Remember this, average volume here is right after it. 173 is normal for AMC, and how much is normal here? 44 million is normal for GME. So not even a eighth, slightly more than an eighth of volume of its normal 3-month volume here. You guys can keep putting out ticker symbol suggestions. We're not quite done with the day. ONPH, says Jason Wolf. Ding, says Kraken. Let's see. I like how Chef Pew Pew has written an entire novel for a Yo Mama joke. I like the around the house joke. That's really funny for the first time you ever heard it. AMC dipping a little bit after market, but as of right now, AMC had a opportunity to overtake 914. Personally, when I saw that AMC had a double tap at the VWAP here, I imagined that it was going to be able to take this small consolidation dip here, a little bit of green that was supposed to be the next part of this impulse wave, but unfortunately it continued to correct and then consolidated afterwards. So it is just hovering at 2.5% up on yesterday's day, which was a negative day. GameStop, on the other hand, had a far more negative day, and it is still not positive on the day. Those of you who are just joining right now, what's going on? How's it going, guys? OPTT, you guys are on deck. We have a lot of stonks you guys are still asking about, so I'm happy to jump through them with you guys. Let's do OPTT real quick. Ocean Power Tech. So I drew this, when did I drew this? Oh, I drew this earlier. So I drew this channel for OPTT, burst out of it, which is good, but now is still continuing on the same path downward. I'm imagining that this likely is going to be an opportunity for OPTT to turn back around, although it does have 2 more levels of resistance to keep it under, like Tupperware lids holding the stonks down. TRX fell from 90 yesterday and is trading about 18. Can you look into this short info? We have a whole video about TIRX earlier in this live stream that we're going to cut up and show you guys in this, as a clip. GME had like a barely negative day. That's a good way to put it. A barely negative day. So OPTT, I would imagine, is on the end of this corrective wave, giving an opportunity for it to do a reversal. And how big of a reversal depends on how well it can traverse past 2 levels of resistance here, which most stocks are going to have trouble doing. Let's see. Yes, I talked about Wise Key. Can't remember what I said, so back in the scroll back in the live stream. Let's see. BDRBF. Okay, this better be good. This better be good. BDRBF. Bombardier. Cool name, but sad that its ticker symbol is so nonsensical. What would my ticker symbol be if I was a stock? Andrew More Money, is that already a thing? AMM. No, that's not a ticker. Oh, yes, it is. It's Almaden Mineral. Great. Almaden Mineral. Maybe just Mo. I think Mo is also already a stock. It's Altria. Ah, Altria. Ah. Maybe Mom. I don't think Mom is a stock. All right, that's my ticker symbol. If I ever become a company that gets publicly traded, Mom. Bombardier is a penny stock, which means that it's not going to follow the rules of the road as closely as regular stocks, as not regular stocks, but like stocks that are worth more than $1. So I would say that as of right now, it is on a slow climb with a breakout from 25 cents up to 80 cents. So this is good. Is it overvalued? Is it overbought? This is a dangerous slippery slope for Bombardier because it has actually peaked above 70 RSI twice, and both times there was some healthy consolidation, right? So that means that we are on our way from a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to generously and say 5-piece impulse wave. That means that this is over. That means that this impulse wave has reached its minimum requirement. Doesn't mean that we can't have one more subwave, but it is starting to reach the end of its life cycle in terms of impulses. So a correction is likely, or at least best case scenario, a consolidation is likely. So if you're looking to jump into stock now, I would not say this is a good entry point. GME is going. GME is going 2.5% up. It went up to 144 after hours. GME going blah, 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 blah. GME going brr. Brr. Can this stock go up? Can this stock go up, please? Go burr. Now I'm really into this shirt. Can this stock go burr? That's on Coinbase going public. Don't get burned by it. That's all I have to say. We did a whole Coinbase segment of the show. So I would say right now, I might actually clip that up. Even though I didn't. So I'm gonna have to like download it from this live stream. I didn't record it ahead of time, but that Coinbase segment is telling that a lot of people are expecting to make a lot of money on this, and when that happens, it's like a Black Friday sale. You're likely going to see a lot of people get trampled, so be careful. I don't want to see any of you get hurt. Creating the man Courtney Muhammad. Hey Drew, may I have a long-term recommendation? Palantir. Although I got into Palantir today at a nick of time. I still think Palantir is a great long-term play. What about DKNG? Is that Donkey Kong? Okay, let's take a look. Ilgil Bates says, one of these days, these burr will go brrr up. What stock are we doing here? GameStop announces voluntary early. What was it? GameStop announces voluntary early redemption of senior notes. What are senior notes? Senor? I don't see any of that yet. What is the super? Luke Thibodeau, can I ask you about the Market Beat article on GME? What is Ascendient Capital Markets? AT&T business in your near future. AT&T business in my near future, indeed. Okay, so Ascendient Capital Markets. First of all, Market Beat GME. Is this it? Stock rating lowered to sell at Ascendient Capital Markets. Okay, let's take a look. Power to the players. This is from yesterday. Ascendient Capital Markets is just another like analyst group, right? From a hold rating to a sell rating in a note issued by investors on Monday. Right, so another FUD article. They're like, yeah, we're done here. And set a $203 target price on the stock. Oh no, wait. Several other equities at Zacks, they downgraded shares of GameStop from buy to hold. Even at Zacks, Zach, how could you do this? Credit Suisse Group reissued a sell rating on shares of GameStop in a research report on Thursday, April 1st. This is just another analyst group deciding to side with the mainstream media, right? We even heard that Kevin O'Leary thinks that this is the time now to buy and hodl. That he is not short and he is an ape himself. Mr. Wonderful is an ape as well. AMC Ortex update, please. AMC Ortex update. Short interest. Wow, Ortex is an ugly site. Wow, it looks like WeBull, but ugly. Short interest. Let me take a look. Okay, well. Oh, I've already used all my free page views. Okay, just by bumbling around the terrible UI. What's going on, guys? People who are just joining the chat, throw some gorillas in the chat. You know which emoji to throw, depending on which chat you just came from. $13 consensus price target? What's going on here? They're like, what about cannabis though? GME voluntary redemption notes. Let me take a look. You guys are coming out of the woodwork with these. Global Newswire. Grapevine text. I love how it's coming out of the grapevine. GameStop Corp today issued an irrevocable notice of redemption to redeem $216 million in principal amount on its 10% senior notes due 2023. The notes. The notes. Notes will be redeemed by the company using cash on hand at a redemption price of 100% of their principal amount, plus accrued and unpaid interest up to, but excluding the redemption date of April 30th. Let me see if I can find the same conversation over on Superstonk. I bet people are already talking about it. Yeah, they talk about Cohen's ice cream tweet. Yeah, 415, and the TED GIF, which is 420. Very nice. They're paying off debt. GameStop paying off its debt. People are talking about it right now. They continue to strengthen their finances to prepare for unprecedented transformation. So, elimination of long-term debt will further strengthen company's balance sheet and support transformation. So this is essentially taking out $216 million of the principal amount of their 10% senior notes. So taking away, which is one of the problems that a lot of people have had with GME when they were saying that they were bearish, is that, oh, GME's got a good amount of debt. Well, there you go. They're already taking care of trying to strengthen that. So this is bullish news, in case you were wondering. Let me see if I can find just effects of senior early redemption. Oh, so is that the spike? Because this article just came out 5 minutes after market closed. So this is 5 minutes after market closed. Yeah, that's the spike from this news. And now we are healthily above 142. That's exactly the push we needed. Thank you. So GME paying off their debt. This is a long boilerplate. GME pays off long-term debt. Why did GME spike? Oh man, I'm not sure why I'm so sleepy. Elimination of long-term debt will further strengthen company's balance sheet and support transformation. Oh yeah, instead of paid off, let's say eliminates. Eliminates. So this is the same article, but from GameStop side. GameStop release. GameStop announces voluntary early redemption of senior notes. And yes, this is directly correlated with this small spike 5 minutes after market closed. Hunter Oxley, NNDM has a 52% SI, just found out. Ooh, okay. Anything above 10 is huge. Uh-oh, Jason's angry. Jason, what's wrong? Trying to go back and try to figure out why. What were you asking about? Oh, wait. No. Jason, what are you talking about? GME to be debt-free as of April 30th. Is that a, oh, here we go. Okay, so now this article is in the description below. The GME plans to be debt-free. Let's take a look. Have you talked about the better markets filing an amicus brief? Yeah, that is news that we saw earlier today. It was part of like a short list of important pieces of news. Citadel versus SEC. They talk about using IEX's delimit order. Citadel doesn't want this to happen because it removes HFT advantage. Yeah. So this is actually pretty huge. So Dennis Kelleher, he did an AMA. He was a bull. He was a supporter of GME and the saga itself over on the congressional hearing, and he's continuing to fight for us. This is awesome. Oh wait, better markets. That's Dennis Kelleher, right? Yeah. I don't want it to end up being the other guy. ONPH. Is that something you want to talk about, Jason? So I'll put ONPH up here. Sourcing link. ONPH, we're going to cover in just a sec. Actually, you know what, Jason? We'll cover it right now. So ONPH seems to actually be wedging down, which is exciting because I'm coming from an uptrend. So this wedge from ONPH actually is a very positive indicator. But when did it start? Starts back in the beginning of April. And now it seems to be properly wedging down. This is actually exciting. Let's build this trend line here. Can't really build a nice trend line. There. That is a descending level of resistance, but the same consistent level here of support. So this is a wedge from an uptrend, also known as a bullish pennant. So we're likely going to start seeing a strong push for ONPH in the near future. That's exciting. So that is, I'm assuming we're going to go to cheat code after this to see what they think, but I think that that's a strong signal right there. Okay, so debt free. Notes will be redeemed by the company, so April 30th. The redemption date, unpaid interest up to, but excluding the redemption date of April 30th. So does that mean that they're going to be debt free by April 30th? Or just the long-term debt is going to be gone by April 30th? Well, either way, that's very strong news. Another catalyst. They just keep hitting. They're just like catalyst, catalyst, catalyst. Seriously, all of these would have been excellent pieces of news. We would have jumped on any of these like 5 or 6 pieces of catalyst back like 3 or 4 weeks ago. This is huge. Yeah, sorry I missed you, Jason. Glad we got you. Video vandals to stop yawning. I wish I could. Man, didn't have enough coffee today. Did we get to 1,300 likes yet? Okay, it's 5 o'clock somewhere. Another pull of the Glenfiddich. I'm getting a new bottle soon. All right, guys, cheers. Thank you guys for slamming that like every time. I know we go live so often. Every single one of these videos, too, is another opportunity to show off to a group of apes and a group of Moon Platoon members. Thank you. I really do appreciate it. Here is my appreciation to you. Salute. Salute. Mighty Brows, why is everyone shouting? I have sensitive ears. The problem with price predictions right now is that it gives, one, the hedge funds a little bit too much information, but two, we're looking for GME to stay above 100, around 145. I believe that's where max pain is right now. This, like, the inability for GME to move higher or lower causes something called max pain, which we've discussed multiple times on this show. And actually, I'm still sitting on a like 6-minute video explaining it. So if you have not yet seen that, if you want me to release it, you gotta wait until this video's over and drop that in the comments down below and tell me, hey, I want to see that 6-minute video about max pain. That sounds fun. Darian says, what about that Viacom and Baidu? Okay, let's take a look. Viacom here. Oh, this is Viacom. Ooh, what leaded glass whiskey tumbler. Lead in my glass? Peanut butter in my chocolate? Harambe in my zoo? Okay, so okay, Viacom has just been a nothing sandwich ever since Archegos dropped it like a hat. So this drop was due to Archegos dumping it, I believe. I don't want to be wrong about this, but this seems like the end of March where Archegos was dumping a bunch of their stocks. Viacom got hit hard along with Discovery. And now it's just stuck. It's basically just stuck. Let's see if Cheat Code can tell us a little bit more. Viacom CBS is getting a 4 for 4. Let me see. You guys can't see that. Viacom CBS is getting a 444 signal here. It is getting a, wait, hold on, I thought I saw it and then it's disappeared. What interval are we on now? Daily. Okay, let's go back to hourly. Okay, here's that 444 signal. We have buy in the Bollinger Band with a CC squeeze and a CC swing at $42. So this is stars aligning right now for Viacom to rip. This was back in the 6th of April. So if you waited for an entire week and nothing happened, you might get a little disillusioned. Let's see if Viacom could predict the Archegos world-shattering news. Here is the sell indicator, not quite in the overbought Bollinger Band, but still 1, 2, 3 sell indicators out of 4. This would have been a strong sell indicator here. Kicks you out of your Viacom position. You'd be like, why? Why did I get kicked out? And then you would have seen this massive dip, would have saved you a ton of money. Ooh, oh, my back. I like how Nightsing is cryptographic currency. Is that what cryptocurrency is short for? Lone Star Essentials 005 update. I need your email to send me information from John Petrovsky. I saw we read that information earlier today, so we understand that it's a technical issue. 005 is not off the table, not because of any reason with content or the regulations inside of 005. It's just that 005 is, I don't know, badly formatted. They just needed to change the PDF for some reason. Wow, they really could have just put a press release out that says, hey, we're not taking 005 off the table. We just need to add a couple more, I don't know, bullet points or happy faces or something. TA on crypto is going to be very similar, although they are going to act, especially for the altcoins, a lot more like penny stocks, which means a lot more volatility, a lot more difficulty to be able to actually predict proper patterns. And that TA A101 series, right? We already have part 1 of that created. We are going to continue on that journey and continue building on that journey step at a time. I just checked if Andrew Mo was on YouTube longer than 3 months. I started YouTube in on Father's Day. On Father's Day of 2020. So my goal is to get 100,000 subscribers before then, right? Remember Andrew Mo goals? I'm trying to get 100,000 subscribers before my anniversary, which is going to be in 2 months. So if you have a friend or a family member that would like to watch this content but doesn't know if the subscribe button is right for them, they asked their doctor and their doctor was like, subscribing to Andrew Mo Money, not sure if that will work for me. Hey, this is a good time to subscribe. Let's find out together. What day is it? It's the 13th already, right? Yeah. New 8K filing on GME credit at TinyCat. Thank you, TinyCat. New 8K. Oh, baby. Report of unscheduled material events or corporate events. Okay, let me pour over this a little bit. This is the new 8K. Download PDF. Oh, baby. Not a lot into it. Hold on. Termination of material definitive agreement. Triggering events that accelerate or decrease the direct financial obligation or obligation of an off-balance sheet agreement. Okay, so this is just the paying off their debts. Regulation FD disclosure. Information. Oh. You know, I love to be a rules lawyer for like D&D, but sometimes it comes out to be like actual law interpretation, and I'm like, oh, geez, so much reading. Hey, Glenn Rose Ward, thank you so much for joining as a Mo Monkey. I appreciate that. Now you are part of a special operations infantry group of the Meatball Army. Big Orange Machine, of course, I remember you, man. Thanks so much for staying true blue to the channel. Meatball says Decarious Ashby. Okay.
Wait.
Everyone is on Instagram before they YouTuber. I don't get that defense for his truth at all. Yeah, I mean, I had a personal Instagram that I transferred into a business Instagram. Ooh, Akatsuki, you got some pretty fun plans today. That sounds fun. GME is trying to help Rocket lift off so they can cash in, giving what is needed to blast off. Well played, seriously. Oh yeah, yeah, those bones rolling around. Oh, you know what I should do? I should bookmark AMC stock top 2, and that way we'll get the AMC news. Brilliant, Andrew. Genius, simply genius. I don't see any DD on it. Here's that Ortex, so that Ortex update that someone was asking for earlier on AMC in particular. So let's look at this. Days to cover 0.77, on loan 135 million, utilization rate 96%, and float on loan 32%. Ooh, so we know it's big time. Ortex, thank you for the update, and thank you, user Longhorn11B. Big ape energy here. Do I have any thoughts about the Coinbase IPO? I covered that in the end of the morning live stream, but as of right now, I know that a lot of people are going to end up spending and hurting themselves trying to grab fist over fist for the amount of money that is going to be able to be earned and lost for Coinbase. So don't be at the wrong side of that barrel. CM Ultimate chart on TradingView. I haven't checked that out, but honestly, I think that's that Chico Algo is one of the best opportunities to be able to like dumb it down, and their track record is pretty okay. Pretty okay. So if you guys haven't had a chance to check it out yet, go check out the 2 free stocks pinned on WeBull, right? Once again, WeBull's not going anywhere, and you don't even have to fund your account. You could just open it up and you get a free stock. Hey, PPG offices. Hi, Andrew and Meatball. How's SOS looking to swing into tomorrow at 480? Hoping to make a small profit in the AM sometime. In terms of small swings, let's take a look at if Cheat Code can give us the deets. Cheat Code put out a 3 for 4. Let me get rid of this. This is a 3 for 4 buy signal at the 6th of April. This is in the Bollinger Band. This is a buy signal here and a CC swing indicator. No squeeze indicator. So therefore, if you bought in here, you would have jumped from 446 to 625. That's a 50% rise. And then it would have been a 2 for 4 sell signal until it reached here a little too late at 560, but that would have been a 3 for 4 later on to sell. If you're trying to scalp SOS, that would have been an opportunity. I don't see a buy signal on the hourly chart. We have to go a little bit deeper to see if there are signals out here. And there actually is a 3 for 4 on the minute chart right here. There's a buy signal right here for 4676 that we don't have a squeeze indicator again, but we have the swing, we have the buy, and we have the Bollinger Bands. So in that sense, the last time there was a 4 for 4 was actually all the way down here at 464. So you're 20 cents higher, but cheat code wanted you to, if you were scalping, to buy in right here. So if you don't mind a 20 cent extra buffer, you could buy in now, and cheat code is looking at making some big waves. Of course, if you don't know where to get out, that's going to be troublesome. So come back in tomorrow morning and we'll check again. Okay. I think we've answered a lot of the questions that we had today. If you guys do have any other questions, drop them in the comments. I do look over them, even though I don't have the a lot of time to be able to answer every single one. But if your question is simple enough and easy for me to answer, I will be going through the comment section and answering them. Otherwise, you can see me tomorrow morning at the buzzer, right? I'm not a big morning person, but I love waking up with you guys. Let's give Meatball a chance to say goodbye. And for you guys to, once again, feel my appreciation. Thank you guys so much for joining us for the day. We've been streaming for long, almost like 6-7 hours with 2 different live streams. So we had a nice long 1 hour break in between. I appreciate you guys a ton. Thank you guys for the ones that support the show, either through the super chats, through clicking some of the links down below, a lot of which are just free opportunities for you to either get free audiobooks from Audible, free start off your Amazon shopping session with one of the books down below. You don't even have to buy the book. You just have to start your Amazon session with one of the affiliate links down below. And finally, going down to the merch store, as we've seen that there's a couple of new items that are pretty darn cool. Thank you guys for being you. Check out a couple of the clips that I'm going to release from earlier today and yesterday's streams during tonight. And I hope you guys have an excellent day. For now, but not for forever, I'll see you in the money. Peace.